Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Childcare Chatter Podcast, the show that educates on all things childcare, brought to you by Childcare Resource and Referral of Southeast Iowa. I'm Audrie Aden, Childcare Consultant for Scott County.
And I'm Emmeka, Childcare Consultant for Lynn County. And today, we're talking about something incredibly important. You.
Now that the holidays are behind us, yes, the crafts, the glitter, the chaos, the sugar rushes, and so many emotions, it's time to shift the focus back to yourself. Today's episode is all about self-care for childcare providers after the holidays. Because let's be honest, you made the magic for a lot of families, and now you might feel like a balloon that's lost all of its air. If that sounds familiar, tune into this episode.
So, let's start by validating something that often goes unsaid. You are allowed to feel tired. The holiday season in childcare is uniquely demanding. It's emotionally intense, it's physically draining, and often comes with added stress, both professionally and personally.
And there are parties to plan, families to communicate with, end-of-year assessments, decorations, transitions, all that jazz. And often you're doing it all while still running your classroom and maybe even dealing with your own family's holiday chaos at home. So if you're feeling a little off or even a little crispy around the edges, you're not alone and you're not doing anything wrong. This is your reminder, you can't pour from an empty cup. Post-holiday burnout is real and many of you may experience this.
Okay, so what now? Let's talk realistic self-care. Not bubble baths and spa days, unless that's your thing. But we're talking about the kind of self-care that fits into a real life schedule. Here are a few ideas. Reclaim your mornings, evenings, and middays. Start or end your day with at least 5 to 10 minutes of something that's just for you. Whether it's sitting quietly with your coffee, journaling, stretching, or even just scrolling on your phone in peace without guilt. Practice deep breathing and mindfulness techniques during children's nap time. Even though I'm not directly in childcare programs anymore, as a consultant, I take about 10 minutes before each visit to breathe and get in like a good headspace before going back into work mode.
Next one is move your body gently. Not for weight loss or New Year's resolutions, just to feel better and feel good about yourself. Walk, dance in your kitchen, stretch or do some yoga poses on a rug during children's nap time. In addition, you could take a few moments during the day to incorporate fun, energizing music and movement breaks into the day for both you and the children. Also, set some boundaries. Protect your time and energy. Establish clear boundaries to separate your work life from your personal life. If it's not essential, it can probably wait. That includes saying no to extra commitments at work or in your personal life. We know that this can be especially hard for home childcare providers as your workspace is also your home space.
Something else you can do is set one tiny goal each week. Maybe it's drinking more water, going to bed earlier, or prepping your lunch the night before. The tiny steps help build bigger habits over time. Another thing you can do is connect with someone who gets it. Whether it's like a coworker you have, a friend in the similar field, or even an online community. Talk to someone who understands the unique pressures of childcare. Sometimes it's just saying, I am exhausted, and hearing, me too, can be very healing. Sometimes it may be heavier than everyday stress and burnout. So let's touch on this gently but seriously. If exhaustion feels heavier than usual, if you're struggling with motivation, emotions, or anxiety, it's okay to seek help. Talking to a therapist, counselor, or support group doesn't make you weak. It doesn't mean you're failing in life or as a childcare provider. It makes you wise. Your mental health matters just as much as your physical health. And it directly impacts the care that you give to children, to yourself, and to the people in your life.
We also encourage you to try different self-care options. and find those that best suit your needs and lifestyle. As we all know, mental health matters and self-care plays a huge part in day-to-day life.
Now, let's set the tone for the new year. We want you to think about this question. What's one thing I can do this month that supports my well-being? Write it down, make it simple. Maybe it's leave work on time. Maybe it's spend one weekend day without checking my email. Whatever it is, make it a priority. Because when you take care of yourself, you show up with more patience, more joy, and more presence. Not just for your kiddos, but for yourself and the people that you love.
Until next time, remember, your mental health matters. Take time for you so you can be the best version of yourself for the people you care about. We're super grateful for your curiosity about post-holiday self-care for childcare providers. For a deeper dive, swing by our website at iowaccrr.org and join us on a social media at iowaccrr. Don't miss out. Tune in next month for another exciting episode of the Childcare Chatter podcast, brought to you by your pals at Childcare Resource and Referral of Southeast Iowa.